You know, they say you can go blind from that, right?
No,
No.
that's a different.
Oh,
There's,
it is?
there's more consonants in that word.
Oh. I guess I misheard. Coming to you sort of live from the Beer to Whiskey Studios on the taproom floor of Greenville Beer Exchange, or GBX as the cool kids like to call it, on South Lawrence Street in glorious downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps. Welcome to this episode of It's Just Bourbon. And I'm here with my good buddy, Big John Richards. And what we do in these episodes is we open a bourbon and we sniff, we sip, we kibitz. We sometimes talk a little bit about the distillery. We sometimes talk about the story of the bourbon, and we get to drink bourbon. What could be better than that? So today we've got Wild Turkey Rare Breed. And this has been around since 1991. That's when they first started making it. And its proof is 116.8, which makes it 58.4% ABV. Price is around 60, 70 bucks a bottle. It's a blend of, it's blended by the genius of, I can't think of his first name, but Russell.
Is it Russell?
Yeah. That's his last name. I can't think of what his first name is.
His first name was Russell.
No, last name is
fair
Russell. And I think now his son's involved in
Is his name also Russell?
his last name's also Russell. Coincidentally, my middle name's Russell, which sort of ties all of this together.
Right.
You know, it's what a small world.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a blend of 6, 8, and 12-year-old Wild Turkey bourbons. Mash bill is 75% corn, 13% rye. The rest, the 12%, is malted barley. This bottle,
Which I'm going to start opening while
Yes.
you're talking, because I don't know what I'm going to say.
no, I have no idea
I'm
what
going to
else
ask a
I'm
bunch
going
of
to say.
questions. There's
But
got to be a way in here, right?
you can use your teeth.
I am going to use my knife, though.
Ooh, see, he's got a knife. I know.
Look out, Nick. He's got a knife.
I'd never bring a knife to a bourbon fight, ever.
Oh, I do.
So, and this was bottled in 2024, so it's brand new out of the barrel.
Keep going.
You keep going. Work
Yeah.
faster. So
Can't say that in this building.
Wild Turkey is on the Bourbon Trail in the eastern part of, well, I guess more the central part, but in the Lexington, Frankfurt area. And they
Clang.
clang, and now we're doing a little pour for the house.
For the house.
Because we have to, they let us come in here and do this stuff and
While they're open.
while they're open. And today it's really busy.
Could be the king.
This is, we're actually going to cut out a little early today
Well,
because it's going to be busy.
It's the day before Thanksgiving, and
Yeah, people
These
like
things
to
happen.
People like to drink on that.
not us.
No,
but
we don't.
Some people do.
We don't. We're only doing this for you.
Right.
We're doing this for you. Okay, so I've said
get right into it.
I've said everything I have to say about it.
No need to put the glasses on.
Texas Miss Lily.
Woo! That's big. I just got it right up there near my nose and started to breathe
What did
in.
you do with the water?
It's right here behind the
Oh,
house door.
okay.
It's not far.
I thought maybe you
Took it
fell down
away
it or dropped out of your pocket. I don't
Right.
know.
No,
He took it away for a second.
can't. There's no room. There's a lot going on in that nose, and I keep thinking it's going to be bigger than it is, because I keep getting close to the glass, and I get assaulted with this big bready, caramelly tobacco thing. and then it's not as big as I think it's going to be.
Boy, it's a lot of leather and tobacco.
Yeah, and it's
a lot of leather and tobacco.
I keep thinking I'm going to get that ethanol hairspray thing that just blows my nose up, and I'm not getting that. I'm just getting that back end.
But it's a big, yeah, it's a big alcohol thing on the back end.
I haven't tasted it up to that point.
But but the palate is certainly tobacco in leather.
Yeah, and there's something very specific in there. Sweet potato? Could it possibly be sweet potato? I mean, it's so brown sugar, and it's again, talk about this. You taste with the back of your brain, not with the front of your brain, and maybe the brown sugar is making me think of sweet potato, but man, there's a lot of something in there that tastes like. Because I don't ever put brown sugar on my sweet potatoes anymore. I just whip in a bunch of butter and eat like mashed sweet potatoes with butter, and it tastes like sweet potatoes.
That could be. There's something there that I don't like or dislike sweet potatoes. I just don't eat them, so I don't know if that's what it is or not.
I've definitely had plenty of sweet potatoes with brown sugar in my life, and I think there's certainly some brown sugar going on in there, but the thing that keeps happening in my brain is sweet potatoes. It's like what happens when I get waffles and I just can't stop saying the word waffles.
Waffle, waffle, waffle. I don't know that there's a breakfast food that's more fun to say than waffle.
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 I suppose it depends on what you have for breakfast.
Well,
Until it's the end of the day.
yeah, we're in the final stretch. We're around the third turn, and
we're not even the last quarter mile anymore.
yeah,
we're approaching the post.
we're stumbling a little bit towards the
It's
post.
such a big nose. And it's not that big, crazy, again, that hairspray burn nose, that acetone thing that just feels like it's singeing your nose hairs. It's just big and flavorful on the nose.
This is another bourbon that would be good in old fashions and
Agreed.
Manhattans.
But I guess a lot of these overproof bourbons would likely be. I keep going over this, like as I'm talking over it, and as I'm sipping it, and as I just inhaled through my mouth instead of the other way around, and all the other ways you're supposed to do to smell things. And I keep trying to find something that's like butterscotchy, because I keep getting so much butterscotch out of things. I didn't even think to try and find apple in here, but I'm not getting any of that. It's all that dark side. It's all that leather and tobacco. And,
Yeah.
And dirty, the dirty side of bourbon.
It's a macho bourbon.
It's macho bourbon.
Macho bourbon.
Be
good with cigar.
English leather, like cologne, was supposed to
Yes.
be for the macho man, right? Or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
And that's kind of is the English leather of bourbon, which.
I don't know what that means, but it's
Sorry, there was a nose that just something popped, like creme brulee. I think just popped into my head. Sorry.
once you put a little water in it, it does smooth it out.
Oh, I forgot to put water in there.
Tad.
Yeah, the
Smooths
nose
it
changed a bunch.
out a tad. Where I'm getting a little more of a toffee or caramel kind of thing, but I'm still not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any vanilla out of it.
No, it's brown sugar. It's deeply caramelized sugar. It's tobacco. It's leather.
Yeah.
And I just said creme brulee, freaking sweet potatoes. Okay, I don't know, something.
Could be.
And again,
I don't eat sweet potatoes, so I couldn't.
I can tell you that as a person who does this professionally, semi-professionally, whatever, that when I teach about tasting, you're not wrong. Whatever you're tasting is what you're tasting. And sometimes your brain is associating something with something else, which is kind of why I went down the brown sugar and sweet potato route with this. But sometimes you're like, oh, what is this? I'm smelling like creme brulee and it's bananas, or smelling bananas and it's, bready, I don't know, something. You could get all kinds of things. So many times when I'm tasting something, especially on the beer side, I'll taste it and I'll go, I don't know, I'm not sure what that is. That's orange, that's tangerine, that's, I don't know, it's a
Creek Pebbles.
Tangelo, Creek Pebbles, and somebody will go, grapefruit. I'm like, grapefruit. It's all grapefruit, every bit of it. And my brain was just misappropriating it. But the thing that I want to say by saying that is that whatever you're tasting, whatever your brain is telling you you're tasting, is what you're tasting. So don't be afraid.
And whatever you're tasting isn't wrong.
It's not wrong.
I
I'm
have.
supposed to talk while I sip.
I know. I have to. As I sit here and I'm thinking about it, and it's sort of sitting on my tongue. I'm liking it more. After putting water in it,
Ooh.
I'm liking it more and more.
Oh, you're right. That's way better with a little bit of water in it.
Yeah.
And I made another bourbon just before this that changed measurably. This one changes
Substantially. Yeah.
with a little bit of water in it. And we may not have even put enough. I only put 2 drops in
I put 3 in mine.
in mine. But so my last one, and I only put 2 in this one either, but the last one was a little bit higher.
He's a
priced.
conservationist. It's like,
I am.
don't waste all that.
Don't waste
because this is,
very precious.
well, this is actually lime spring water.
Yeah.
It's
That's why I said
same
it was
thing they
very precious.
use. And so it's in a nondescript because I don't want anybody to steal it. It's in a nondescript little dropper. But yeah,
But yeah, I think maybe I didn't put enough water in the last one, but so much changes in this one.
yeah, I like
It's
this.
a little bit more bready. There's
Yep.
a lot more of that caramel and top, like creme brulee, again, sweetness.
But
that
it's still dominated by leather and tobacco.
right.
But particularly on the finish, I'm able to now pick up some
Right.
other things.
So but wait, before you do that, I want to do this thing. Are you familiar with this technique of maceration? Do you know what this is?
You know, they say you can go blind from that, right?
No,
No.
that's a different.
Oh,
There's
it is?
there's more consonants in that word.
Oh. I guess I misheard.
So, we do this a lot. Wine and beer, we do this a lot, and I don't think you do it as much with liquor because it gets overpowering.
He said liquor.
See, it's the end of the day. So what you do is you kind of make a little spoon out of your tongue and leave a little bit of liquid in there and then breathe over it.
I can't make a spoon out of my tongue.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
I cannot.
I guarantee you can. So take a little sip of this, and so when I did this last time, when I just made that weird face a minute ago, it's because I did that.
Sure.
And
I didn't even notice.
outstanding. If you let a little sit on your tongue and just a tiny little bit of air through your lips, just breathe in a little bit through your lips, sort of slurp over that liquid that's on your tongue. Don't even say it. It explodes with this big toffee sweetness. It is bonkers. I'm gonna let Russ do it.
I can't do it.
I
But I'm
think
gonna
you can-
I'm gonna give it a
I
college
think you can-
try
yeah,
because
So
I'm for you at home, both of you at home who
Right, both
are
of them.
like
very interesting.
yeah, I can't do that with my tongue. I'm gonna see if I can do it with my tongue.
So while Russ does this and we watch to see if he makes a wonderful face, I'm going to tell you this is a legitimate technique, and there's so many nose receptors. There's so much aromatic receptors in your system, in your whole system. Nothing?
I couldn't do it.
No. That's a shame.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
It's like what you're trying to do is sort of like sip through a straw out of the side of your mouth and it just slurps over what's on your tongue. It's just going to get dirtier from here, so I'm just going to call it.
Yeah, we can't.
It started out with me making euphemisms.
I want to
and
try.
ended with Russ
I
making
want to try and
euphemisms.
hang on to our PG rating.
No,
And it amazes me that we've been through an entire day of shooting. This is maybe the 8th or 9th episode we've done, and you've only dropped the F-bomb once.
And that was off camera.
No, it was on
It
camera.
was on camera, but it was before we started shooting.
I don't think so. But that's okay.
Okay, all right.
That's okay. I'll address it when it happens.
I believe you.
I've got an ooga horn sound and we'll
Right.
handle that. So, anything else?
No. Let's go.
Okay. So damn lucky. See you next time.